So one morning, I was walking with a friend of mine, and we were, walking to a cafe nearby. And on the way there, I see a man I recognize with his beautiful dog coming towards us. And I recognize him because he lives on my street, and I'm outside quite often with my dogs. I had run into him several months before with his dog, and at the time his dog was a very little. He was only 3 months old. He was so little. He was so cute. But at that particular moment, I noticed something quite potent about his energy. Well, that morning when I went with my friend, or when I was walking with her, talking to her as we were walking, I noticed that the man seemed quite happy as he was walking towards us. And he eventually passes us by, and my friend at that moment turns her head to look at me and asks me, "What was that? Who was that?" And I started laughing because at the time I was very aware of what she picked up, and she herself is quite sensitive to energy. So I looked at her and told her, "That was charm, my friend." And I feel, I feel strongly that that's something that she really, she picked up from him, and that's why she was having that type of reaction. And she responded by saying, that she definitely felt something from him, which really, drew her in. So there are, traits that radiates in the form of energy. And in his case, that it was charm that morning. And on a good, happy day, it really radiates from him. And it's very visible in the way that he walks, and you can see it from his eyes. And, we all have, traits that come in the form of energy, that are in the form of energy that radiates out to other people. And if we're sensitive to energy, and many of us are without even realizing it, we react to it, such as my friend did. She later asked me to ask him for his number if I run into him again one day. Well, welcome to the Metaphysical Awakening channel. We love to have you here as you're hearing me share my experiences looking into many different topics using my metaphysical abilities. And we all have them, you and I, everyone, because they are natural. They are a natural part of who we are, and they are beyond the physical, and in many ways, they've been kept hidden. It's not something that's openly talked about, but we can use them on a day-to-day basis if we choose to do so. Well, take a ride with me as I dive into different topics and share what I've learned using my abilities. And you can learn more about us. I work with my mom, he told me, and I'll leave a link of our website in the description below. From there you can reach us for spiritual consultations, because we do offer those services. We'd be happy to give you one. But yeah, it's all there for you in the description below. Well, now attraction. Is it always physical, or is there more going on that we're not aware of? And if so, well, what is it? Well, obviously we have our physical preferences that we find attractive, right? That's natural. That's a human part of us. But sometimes we get blindsided by someone who doesn't fit the mold that we have in mind. Well, why is that? Is it because they're sweet, kind, helpful, intelligent, funny, or whatever attributes that you find attractive? But we've met, people or individuals like that with those, qualities, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're attracted to them. So what's drawing us to them? Well, I find that there's many different variables, which I can't get into in one video. So this may be broken up into many different videos, which I'll do here and there. looking into different scenarios, because there's no way for me to generalize it into one thing. I find that impossible when looking into different scenarios. But I think it's quite interesting, and will be quite interesting to many individuals that may have experienced something similar in their life at some point. So I really want to, kind of dissect it and look into different experiences that were shared among two people. But yeah, when I was looking into it, I was thinking, whoa, what did I get myself into? There are so many different variables, but I find them interesting nonetheless. So I believe that someone can enter in our life, as the expression goes, the right person in the right place, the right time. Is that a coincidence? My feeling is that it's not. I strongly feel that there's strong guidance or a big push here at play. And what do I mean by that? Well, I believe that there are certain scheduled events that take place throughout our life that are made to happen, made to take place. And that could include meeting someone significant in our life at some point. I also strongly feel that we may feel a pull towards someone that's initiated by the other side, or whatever you want to call it, heaven, that are made to happen for a reason, perhaps for a temporary respite or to learn a lesson with that person, or vice versa. This is where intervention would take place. And what I mean by that is, okay, I'll give you an example. An individual is feeling emotional pain and trauma from something that had happened. And a person comes along, with a lot of nurturing type of frequency, who immediately responds to the person's pain, because it's basically natural to them. It's who they are. They're just that way. Well, this is, just a generic example, but you know what I mean. Basically, if one is going through an ordeal that's very hard for them to deal with, someone out of the blue may come along to help them somehow, and they'll have just the right traits that they need in order to remedy that situation. This, I believe, is the intervention that takes place, that's being directed by the other side. Right person, right place, the right time. Now, there are people who have gone through something similar in their lives and truly feel in their gut that it had been orchestrated by someone, whether that's angels or spirit guides or whoever. They feel it in their heart. They're thinking that there's just no way that this could be a coincidence, right? In a lot of cases, I feel that they are right. Now, another example, many have stated that it was the eyes. I couldn't stop staring at the eyes. I felt pulled into their eyes. I saw something there. I felt something familiar. So they're pulled to their eyes and wonder in their mind, what is this? What's going on here? And once you look into their eyes, you forget about everything else. You look at this person in wonderment and amazement. You're locked in, basically. And when that moment happens, you don't care about what they look like or where they're from or what they do. All you care about is knowing who this person is and why you want to get to know them. And I feel that this is also orchestrated or done by the other side. I feel them at play here. So this interaction is a way to get, the two individuals talking and continue on from there. Whether it's for something that's short term or long term is basically up to them. But I feel that if it's only meant to be temporary, then intervention will take place from there to make them part their ways for a reason. Perhaps one of them, or for both of them, they may have a path to continue on that will take them somewhere quite different from where the other is going. Perhaps you can, think of specific moments in your life when you feel it's meant to be type moment, right? And I think that in many cases, it was probably meant to be for specific reasons. My charming neighbor, for example, on my street, goes to show that our vibe, our frequencies can be quite potent. It may draw you in or pull you in, but it doesn't mean that it's meant to be, right? You may not be happy with some other traits that are hidden behind that charm. So be aware, and we have to use our logic and reasoning too. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more coming your way. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the information. I'm really grateful for your support. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, and be happy, be good to yourself. Take care, everyone. Bye.